Are you tired of blending in with the crowd and feeling like just another soft guy? Do you want to stand out? I'm going to give you the lowdown on the 4 things that will make any man dangerous. And I'm not talking about physical strength or how many tattoos you have. No, no. These are the things that will set you apart from the rest and make you a true alpha male. So if you're ready to level up and become the man you were always meant to be, hit that subscribe button and smash that like button. And make sure to stick around until the end because I've got a bonus tip that will take your game to the next level. Let's begin with number 4. Articulate your thoughts. You see, there's this idea floating around that men who are prone to violence and aggression are just a bunch of Neanderthals who can't string together a coherent sentence. But the truth is, many of these guys are actually incredibly articulate. And that's exactly what makes them so dangerous. Think about it for a second. When someone can express their thoughts and ideas clearly and persuasively, they become a force to be reckoned with. They can charm their way into your good graces, manipulate you into doing what they want, and make you question your own beliefs and values. And when that person happens to be a man who's also physically intimidating, well, let's just say it's not a good combination. But why do these dangerous men put so much effort into articulating their thoughts? It's not just because they like the sound of their own voices, although that can certainly be a factor. It's because they know that words are a powerful weapon. They understand that if they can control the narrative, they can control the situation. And that's the thing about dangerous men who articulate their thoughts. They use their words to create an atmosphere of tension and intimidation. Even if they're not explicitly threatening you, you know that they could turn on you at any moment. And because they're so good at articulating their thoughts, you start to question whether or not you're the crazy one. Maybe you really did misinterpret what they said. Maybe you're just overreacting. But here's the thing. You're not overreacting. You're not crazy. You're picking up on subtle cues that are telling you that this person is not someone you want to mess with. And that's why it's so important to be aware of the danger that comes with men who are skilled at articulating their thoughts. Because when someone can use words to control you, physical violence is just a matter of time. Number 3. Influence. When talking about the power of influence, it all comes down to one word: respect. High-value men command respect from those around them simply because they've earned it. They've worked hard to get where they are, and they don't take any crap from anyone. And because they don't take crap, people are naturally drawn to them. They want to be associated with someone who exudes that kind of confidence and strength. Now let's talk about the dangerous part. When we say dangerous, we're not talking about guys who are out there committing crimes or hurting people. We are talking about guys who are willing to take risks and push the envelope. These are the guys who are unafraid to take on a challenge, to go after what they want and to do whatever it takes to get it. And that's why they're dangerous. They're not afraid to ruffle feathers or step on toes if it means getting what they want. And here's the thing. That kind of attitude is infectious. When you're around someone who is willing to take risks and go after what they want, it inspires you to do the same. It makes you want to step up your game and push yourself to new heights. And that's why high-value men are so influential. They have a way of inspiring greatness in those around them. But let's be real here. Being a high-value man isn't always easy. It takes hard work, dedication, and a willingness to fail. These guys have been through their fair share of setbacks and challenges, but they never let those things hold them back. They keep pushing forward, no matter what, and that's what sets them apart. So, to sum things up, why are dangerous high-value men so influential? Because they command respect, inspire greatness, and they're not afraid to take risks. They're the kind of guys who don't settle for mediocrity, who are always pushing themselves to be better, and who are unafraid to go after what they want. Number 2, he is invisible. Think about it. When was the last time you saw a truly dangerous man posting selfies on Instagram or sharing political rants on Twitter? Probably never. These guys don't need social media to validate themselves or build their reputations. They do it through their actions and their demeanor. So why does this matter? Well, for starters, it means that the guys who are the most visible on social media aren't necessarily the guys you should be looking up to. In fact, it's often the opposite. The guys who are constantly posting about their achievements, their possessions, and their opinions are often the ones who are the most insecure and the most desperate for validation. On the other hand, the guys who are truly dangerous are often the ones who are the most humble and the most understated. They don't need to brag or boast because they know what they're capable of. They don't need to prove anything to anyone because they're already living their truth. So, what can we notice from all of this? Well, for one, We can start to question the cult of social media and the way it's shaping our society. We can start to look behind the surface and ask ourselves who the real role models are in our lives. And most importantly, we can start to cultivate the qualities that make a man truly dangerous: confidence, humility, and a sense of purpose. At the end of the day, being a dangerous man isn't about being aggressive or violent. It's about being confident in who you are and what you stand for. It's about having a sense of purpose and direction in your life. And it's about being the kind of man who doesn't need social media to validate himself or prove his worth. Number 1. They change people's perceptions. Like we always say in our videos, these are the guys who are at the top of the food chain when it comes to masculinity. They're the alpha males, the leaders, the ones who are always in control. And when you're in the presence of one of these guys, you can feel the power emanating from them. But here's the thing. It's not just about raw physical strength or brute force. No, what sets these men apart is their ability to command respect and authority through their actions and their words. They exude confidence, and people can't help but be drawn to them. And that's where the attitude shift comes in. You see, when you're around a high-value, dangerous man, you start to take on some of his characteristics. It's like osmosis or something. You start to stand a little taller, speak a little more assertively, and generally carry yourself with more confidence. But it's not just about how you act. It's also about how others perceive you. When people see you hanging out with a guy like this, they automatically assume that you must be someone important too. It's like a status symbol, and it can open doors that might have otherwise been closed to you. And let's not forget about the women. High-value, dangerous men are like catnip to the ladies. They're the ones who always have the hottest girls hanging off their arms, and they make it look effortless. And when you're around a guy like this, some of that magic rubs off on you too. You become more attractive by association. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows when it comes to these guys. There's a dark side to their power, and it can be just as alluring as the positive aspects. They can be ruthless, dangerous, and even cruel at times. And yet people still can't help but be drawn to them. It's like a moth to a flame. Alright guys, you've watched our video on the 4 things that will make any man dangerous, and if you're not feeling pumped up and ready to take on the world right now, then you must have missed something. But here's the deal. You can't just sit there and expect to become a dangerous man overnight. It takes hard work, dedication, and a willingness to push yourself to the limit. So ask yourself this: are you ready to stand out from the crowd? Are you ready to be the man that other men look up to? Are you ready to be dangerous? And if the answer is yes, then hit that subscribe button and like this video. And don't forget to share it with your buddies who need a little push in the right direction. Remember, being a dangerous man isn't about being a tough guy or a bully. It's about being confident, disciplined, and driven. So take what you've learned today and apply it to your life. See y'all in another episode.